I think there's too many players to name, but I would have to say Sue Bird. Actually, tonight might be her last game ever. They're down 2-1, and she announced her retirement. She's somebody that we play the same position as a point guard, and she's somebody that I truly respect on and off the court. Then we have Diana Taurasi, Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper, Tamika Catchings. There's so many players that paved the way, and now most of them are retired, but the game and the league is in great hands. We have amazing talent, young players that come in. You know, imagine now little girls actually can dream about the WNBA. They have amazing role models to follow. My role models were all male athletes. I had Michael Jordan, I had Magic Johnson. I didn't have any women basketball players that I could look up to and be like, I want to be like her. But little girls have that these days, not just American girls, but also European, Australian, like all over the world. I'm happy that little girls have women role models.
Where it is today.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. First of all, I feel old, you know. It's been 26 years that the WNBA has started, and I retired 10 years ago. So it's been amazing to be one of the pioneers, to know that we fought so hard for this league, not just to start, but also to be successful. So players these days can have a league in the United States. They don't have to come overseas to play, and they can be professionals and play in front of their families. A lot of the Americans never had that opportunity until 1997. So it's great to be one of the pioneers. People know that, and also being Portuguese, to be amongst, you know, some of the top players in the world, playing in the top league and representing Portugal. That's something that was very, very important to me.
Yeah, your list will reach the final.
Yeah, so I think Chicago and Vegas, they are up 2-1, but those were my favorites to make it to the finals anyways. Connecticut, I think they are underachieving a little bit, but they play home tonight. And I mean, we know it's the saying is win or go home, and if they have to be ready for 40 minutes. I think Chicago, they didn't even play well last game, but Connecticut has to definitely play much better. They missed so many layups. And Vegas and Seattle, like I said, game 3 was probably one of the best games I've seen. The last 15 seconds were amazing, and then he went to overtime. But I think Seattle can win tonight. I think everybody was, otherwise, like I said, it's Sue Bird last game, and I think that everybody's going to rally to take it back to game 5 in Vegas.
Do you think Chicago Sky's experience will kind of carry them through and even into the final? That, you know, they're a strong team, so do you think they could really, you know, be that top team?
Yeah, and the thing about it sometimes, they just won, and sometimes you relax, even if it's like unconsciously, but they are so hungry, like they haven't won last year, you know, so you can see they're really focused, they're really hungry to win it again and to win back-to-back. It's been a long time since a team has won back-to-back titles. It's so hard to do. And Vegas, they have an amazing team. I mean, obviously Becky Hammond is the coach, and she's doing an amazing job, but to me with Vegas, they don't have any bench. So as the playoffs progress, I think it's really hard to sustain players playing 35+ minutes a game. I think eventually they're going to get tired. So if there's a Vegas-Chicago finals, I like Chicago just because as a whole, I think they're a little bit more complete.
And who's been your kind of player of the season?
I think Candace Parker, she's playing amazing. It's like fine wine. She's these playoffs, her stats, she's breaking records left and right. And to me, I mean, not just she's our client because I'm an agent now, but she's a good friend of mine, and I'm really surprised in a good way and how well she's been playing and her focus and her energy.
And what's going on?
I can't imagine being in jail anywhere in the world, but being in jail in Russia, it's really, really tough. And it's been over 200 days now that she's been there. And I know the U.S. government is trying to make an exchange or trying to get her out, but it's a very unfortunate situation. I feel bad. And I just hope that she doesn't have to stay there for the 9 years that she was that she was sentenced to. But you know, it's a very unfortunate situation, and I hope we all learn our lesson. You know, because unfortunately she did have that in her luggage, whether it was a mistake and she forgot to take it. But it's just to learn that, you know, we have to know the rules and regulations of each country and just really be aware of that. But I really feel bad for her. She's a great soul, a great person, and unfortunately she doesn't deserve a 9-year sentence for a little bit of, you know, cannabis that she had in her luggage.
Just on player responsibility, obviously you manage players and they may travel like that across continents and different teams in different countries. Has it made you as an agent think about the way you talk to and you advise the people you represent?
Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes, especially when the players are rookies or, going into overseas for the first time, I try to give them you're going to Italy, so this is what your coach is like, this is your teammates, this is the food, this is what you have to pack. So a lot of times you like to debrief them on a lot of the things, especially if they've never been outside of the U.S. I tell them what to pack. If you like certain things from America, make sure you pack them because you might not be able to find them over there. But then you have a situation like this, and you really hope that, players use their judgment and their common sense to know right from wrong. But it is my job to also remind them, hey, make sure that you play by the rules and you don't do anything that puts yourself at harm's length. Yeah.
Amazing. That's it. Thank you. It was amazing to speak to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the men, it's been very, very, very competitive. Slovenia just lost, Spain lost to Belgium, so it's, I think it is up for grabs. Actually, I would like Ukraine to win. That's my pick. I think they won 3 games in a row, and everything that is going on in that country. We actually our agency represents 2 players that play for Ukraine, and I think it would be amazing if they could win, just for everybody to bring some positive to that country with everything they're going through.
Yeah, it's very competitive, isn't it? There's been some interesting results. And why do you think that is? Do you think that the level in Europe is as competitive as it's ever been?
Absolutely. Even look at the NBA. 3 of the top players are European. So the game is well and alive here in Europe. I think the gap between Americans and Europeans has definitely decreased. There's a lot of talent here. And, when it's talent, anything can happen on any given day. So I think it's going to come down to the wire.